Hello and welcome to an episode of Blastercaded Playing. Today we're going to be playing the first supply scenario of We Played God by Blackside Studios. And we're going to be taking our staff member, our security member, and a regular old patron who's terrible at everything. And we want to get some scavenge tokens and get off the board without being eaten by dinosaurs or rammed by, dinosaurs. So that's what we're going to do. Also, we are filming this while we're also doing a live stream. So if you see me or I say something weird to the chat, that's why. Just so you know, on Friday nights we do live streams, and sometimes we sometimes we paint, and sometimes we play. So today we're playing. Anyway, let's get into We Played God. So first thing we need to do is start moving. If we run, we create a noise token, and that draws dinosaurs towards us. So we really just want to be careful and kind of go slow. So let's move. This is also a corpse, a body. So dinosaurs, carnivores will be attracted to that. So let's just do 2 move actions with the patron. And then let's go. See, there's a dinosaur in there, so I don't really necessarily want to just like run in there. It's 2 move actions with him. And then we'll go 6 this way as well. That's our survivor's turn. We go to our dinosaur turn, and each dinosaur does something a little different. So we would go to whoever's closest to a survivor first, so that's the Pachyosaurus, I don't know how to say it. And we have to roll to see if he's aggressive or passive. So we need a D8 for that. And he is passive, which is great. And now we roll his instincts. And to do that, he's only got 2 things that he can do for his instinct. So it's a D2. I'm just going to use a D4 and half it. It's a 1. So it moves its speed directly away from the nearest survivor or carnivore. So he moves 3 inches this way. But also carnivore there, so he goes that way. Then we go to the Compy Swarm. When a dinosaur begins its turn within 4 inches of a body token, it feeds. And what is in this restaurant is a body token with the Compy next to it. So it feeds, so that's all it does for its turn. And guess what? That means we're done. Turn 2. This is where I'm concerned things are going to get messy. My patron's going to move here. My security guard's going to move here. This body token is now gone because they ate it. Okay. We're gonna do a distract action with the staff member and try to get the dinosaur to start coming out. There's a door here, and they can go in and out of doors, and so can people. So it's like they're not closed, but then there are some doors that are secured. So he can do it. He can do a 2-inch. Put a noise token 2 inches away from him. Yeah. So we'll do that. We're going to move up just here, and then we're going to do a noise token, a distract action for 2 away from him. So here. Okay. Now the Pachylsaur will go first. The dinosaur could move 6 inches away and have a valid target. It moves and attacks. If not, it moves 4 inches in a random direction. 6 inches and have a valid target? I don't think so. No. No. So it moves 4 in a random direction. 4 that way. So we're going to just put it here. Then this guy moves 4 inches towards the sound. So they're out in the open now. And then we would go to the dinosaur turn, because that wasn't technically their turn. He moved and made a distract. They did both their move actions. So the Compyswarm is closest now. So we have to roll his aggression roll, which is a d6. And he's going to have a +1 because there's a noise token on there. So he's aggressive, which means we go to his aggressive roll and we roll a d4 for that. And he got a 3. It caught your scent. God. It runs to the nearest survivor within its speed. If it ends within range, it attacks. Oh, great. Yeah, it's definitely going to end within range. And it's going to attack. So, attack is a d6. Hazard die. Here we go. Let's get a really bad dice. It's a 5, so that's more than half, so he hits. And then we have to take a d6 to see if he does any damage. So how that works is you're going to roll a d6, and on a 4 or 5, it's 1 damage. On a 6, it's 2 damage. It is no damage, because it is a 2. That is going to give my guy a stress token, and he's going to be very, very stressed out. Did I grab stress tokens? I grabbed wound tokens. We'll throw this on instead. Okay. Horrible start. Alright, so then let's just go to the next turn after that. Alright, so we're on to turn 3? Turn 1? Turn 2? Yeah, turn 3. I can't find any rule about engaged survivors, like if they can just move away. It doesn't say anything about that I can find. So I'm just gonna move away. Like, I guess the idea is like you're getting away from the dinosaur, right? So I'm just gonna move this guy 3, which takes him out of engagement. And then I'm gonna do a distract here, which makes the dinosaurs react. And he's gonna move towards it. And then he stops. The Pachylsaurus, or whatever it's called. I'm just going to call it Packy. Nope, I'm just going to call it Pack. A Pack. Yep. If the dinosaur can move 6 inches and have a valid target, no. Just moves 4 in a random direction. So he just moves 4 like this way. That's roughly where he's at. Okay, so then my guys over here go. This guy's going to move right up to the scavenge token. And he's going to try and scavenge it. And he's got a d6 for scavenge. So we roll a d6. What we want is a 4, 5, or 6. He's got a 4, so he picks up that token. Then we're going to move this guy 6 here. That's our turn. So the Pachyosaurus is furthest away. So the Compyswarm is going to go first. We're going to roll... Nope. He's within 4 inches of a body token, so he's just going to stay there and feed. Nom, 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 nom. He's eating it. And the Pachyosaurus. Oh, the Pachyosaurus? How do you say it? The Pack. We got to find out if he's aggressive or passive. D8. He is aggressive. So he is going to roll a D2 for half. It's a 1. It's a 1. It lowers its head and charges the closest survivor or carnivore within its speed and line of sight. If this brings it in range, it attacks. So it's just going to move 6 inches. Where is it? Here. Oh gosh. Right there. And that is the end of the turn. Turn 4. Things are dangerous here. His range is 2, his range is 1. So I'm okay. I just gotta get around these dinosaurs somehow. He picked up the scavenge token. I could have him roll over here and drop a distract token this way to get him coming this way. Right? I wish there were more bodies for him to eat. What I could do is just get them in the restaurant first. Because then they're at least out of line of sight. Alright. So this guy moves 3 into the restaurant. And then he's going to roll Scavenge, which he does not have as a skill. So we roll a d10 for it if he doesn't have it as a skill. So we're looking for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got a 10. So he picks up that scavenge token. Oh yeah. Every time you roll on a scavenge token, every time you pick one up, you got to roll to see if you get an item. So I'm going to roll the last guy to see if he got an item. And then this guy. First guy got an energy drink. And the security guard got an energy drink. Cool. Getting jacked on energy drinks. No, we're going this way with him. We're going 3. We're going to go 6 this way, I think, actually. And then this guy's got to just, like, snake his way through the dinosaurs, but he's going to be in not a good way. So I think what he's going to do is he's going to move here again. And he's going to attempt a hide test. Stealth test. Staff. Stealth. Nope. So he's got a D10 for stealth. Where's that D10? He passes. Hits the compies. He passes, so he is hidden. He's out of line of sight. Oh no, hold on. He's stressed. So he's got to roll another die and take the lowest. which is a 1, so he fails. But it removes his stress token. Okay, well then he's just out in the open. Things aren't great. Dinosaur turn. Compy's closest, but not looking at him, because they're out of line of sight. This is the guy that he sees. So let's do the Compy first. There's no one on... There's no sound tokens, but I gotta make sure line of sight dinosaur affects their aggression, I think. Line of sight +1, yeah. This guy is in line of sight. So Compy Swarm rolls his d6. He is not aggressive, he's passive. Let's roll a d4 for passivity. It's a 2. It moves its speed toward the center of the table. It's not great. It's still severely blocking me from getting in there. Okay, so now we go to him. The pack. When this dinosaur begins its turn with no carnivores or survivors within 3 inches, it grazes. If this dinosaur can move, so he grazes. A herbivore grazes by rotating its facing a random direction and moving 2 inches. Let's face a random direction. This way. And move 2. I'm just going to move them up a bit. That's roughly 2. Okay, that would be the next turn. Okay, we're on our next turn. Okay, let's go with this guy. And let's go 3 this way around the corner. And then let's distract and create a noise token 2 inches away. I wish it was further than that. Okay, so everybody's going to reaction. If not, it moves 4 inches in a random direction. Hold on. He can move 6 inches and have a valid target. But he's not going to go first. This guy's going to go first. 4 inches towards the noise token. 4. They always look the way that they're going. This guy won't move and have a valid target. No. He probably would have only maybe just got to that guy. So he moves 4 in a random direction. He moves 4 that way. Yeah, get away from that door, man. Because this is his little zone. Okay, that was the reaction for this guy. So this guy moves 6. That's a double move. He just moves right here. He's going to try and get in that building. Good grief. Hoping that the Compy doesn't get there. This guy is going to move to the edge here. 3. It's roughly 3. And he's going to interact with the terminal there. He does not have to roll a die because he automatically unlocks the door with his low security card. So the door to here is now unlocked, which also is going to unlock this door for us to use. Okay. Everybody's gone. This guy goes first. He's not going to feed. He is going to roll to see if he's aggressive. And right now there's one of those, so he gets a +1 to this. He got a 6. A 6. So he's aggressive. And his instinct is 3, which is it caught your scent. Runs to the nearest survivor within speed. If it ends within range, it attacks. Yes! It goes back after our staff member. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, he's gonna attack. And his attack is a d6. Range 2, he's within range, and he gets 1 hazard die for the attack. He gets a 5, so he hits. Now we have to see if he actually does any damage. So 4 and 5 is a 1, 6 is a 2. He got a 3, no damage. Oh, but my guy gets a stress token. Because this compies keep trying to eat him. And, that's not going... he's upset about it. So, that is the end of the turn. Okay, so we're going on to the next turn. I gotta get away from these compies. I can remove that. He can't be distracted, so this guy's gotta move first. 3. We're gonna try and get away from him as much as we can. And 3. He's in here. This guy is gonna move 3 as well. And he's gonna scavenge in there. Scavenge for my security guy. Security is... alright, it's a D10. So it's just gotta get over half. This guy has a stress still. That's a 10. So he gets another scavenge token. He's got one of these already. And he gets the one that I guess he's standing on. So he's full. He can't take any more. Okay, and my patron over here is going to distract and then move, I guess. Distract. Which means reaction. Pachysaur won't move first. Reaction is move the 4 towards the noise token. Okay, and then he's gonna move 3 this way. He can exit the board basically whenever he wants. He gets to go a little bit further. We're using him as a distraction for everything. The pack will just move 4 in a random direction. So let's find out which way he's moving. This way for... Okay. Then it is the Dino's turn. He's closest, but these guys are not in line of sight. So he's going to roll to see if he's aggressive. It's a d6 roll. +1. 3, it's a 4 because of the +1, so he is aggressive. He's going to roll a d4 to find out what he does. He rolls a 3. It runs its speed. Doesn't matter if you can see him or not. He's going here. But he's not close enough to attack, which is wonderful. And he's gonna graze over there, which means he points in a random direction and then moves 2. 3. And then moves 2. Okay. That's their turn. This guy is going to scavenge twice. He should have a good scavenge because he's staff. The scavenge is a d6. So scavenge 1, pass. Scavenge 2, pass. Nice. So he's loaded up. Oh, hold on. No. I gotta roll twice and take the lowest for one of them. Roll again. It doesn't matter. Got it. Because of the stress token. So when you're a stress token, you do a test. You have to roll 2 and take the lowest. But it doesn't matter. I got it. And he has survived 2 compy attacks, which is pretty amazing. This guy's gonna go. Get out of line of sight. He's just gonna keep running around this building. Yeah, he's gonna stay there, I think. The security guard should leave and start heading towards a board edge. I'm very concerned that the compy is gonna see him as soon as he's out there. I could just start running him to here, and he would be kind of out of line of sight. Okay, let's just go. And he has 2 scavenge tokens with him. This is our mission, is to just get scavenge tokens off the board. He is gone. He only moved once. So I could either distract and put a scavenge, a noise token like here, or move again. Which feels like I should probably just move again. Although I'm moving further away from a board edge. He could just move off the board. No. This will be more. Gonna make a move out the way that they came in. Okay, so we go to the dinosaurs. I think actually Pachylephosaurus, whatever, goes first, because he's closer. Let's find out if he grazes. No carnivores or survivors within 3. He's gonna graze. Which means he goes in a random direction, points in a random direction. Oh, that's great. And moves 2. Yeah, wonderful. And then the compies go. Everybody's out of line of sight for them. So we just find out if he's aggressive. There's no noise tokens. There's no pluses to this at all. He's aggressive? No, he's not aggressive. He is passive. And it's a 4. It moves in a random direction, then rolls its aggression again. If it becomes aggressive, roll its instinct. So he moves 4 back here, which is a great place for him to be. Then we roll to see if he's aggressive. He's not. It's a 1. So he just sits there. Back there, quietly, calmly. We got to get off of this board. So that's the end of that turn. Okay, next turn. With my survivors. They are all just moving. This guy is going to move 6. He can get off the board if he does 2 moves. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we've got 1 scavenge token. This guy's moving 6 for sure. I want to move him up, but also over. Okay, this is the only one I'm concerned about now. Because he's not going to get far out of this building. He's going to get, like, here. That still keeps him outside of the 3 inches for the pack, though. Okay. He's the most important because his supplies, each supply counts as 2. Which is really good. Should he dig deep and move again? Because he's just going to move 3. No, I don't think he's going to. I want to see what the dinosaurs are going to do. Okay, so the guys have all gone. 1 guy left the board. Time for the dinosaurs. The pack first. He's going to graze because there's nobody within 3 of him. So we go in a random direction. He's pointing the same way and he moves 2. Oh boy. He's not within attack action yet, but he's really close. We gotta get out of there. It's gonna ram us. The Compy Swarm. Gonna find out if he's aggressive or passive. So we're gonna roll a d6. He's aggressive. Oh god. And his instinct is 3. He caught your scent. He moves 8 towards the nearest survivor. He goes this way because he's pointed this way. Oh, we gotta get out of here. Okay. That's the end of that turn. Okay, so this will be the next turn. I can finish this really simply. This guy can just make it off the board in 6. So he leaves the board. This guy will not be able to make it off the board for 6. But he can move right here. And he can dig deep, which would put 2 stress tokens on him, but it's not going to matter. Because he's just going to move once more for that 3rd action off the board. There we go. And that is our first game of We Played God. Hopefully I got all the rules right. I'm sure I made a mistake somewhere, but that's how these games go. Either way, it's a fun game, and I want to play it more. So, as always, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Go play.